Welcome to the Grandstand podcast. Today, your host, Shavin, alongside UFC fan and guest, Hemaka.
Hey, Maka, how does it feel to be back? It's
It
been
feels
some time.
good. It feels very good. We're gonna set a new episode, new most watched episode. You can't wait. Yours truly. And
Yeah,
the other thing is that so much has happened in one
yeah,
year. Just to put some perspective on that, Ilia Topuria wasn't even on our radar when
true,
we did our podcast in June 2024, and now he's the
true.
face of the UFC. So that's just how much has changed.
Crazy. And also to put it in perspective, John Jones still hasn't fought Tom Aspinall, and he's
Oh,
not going to
come
fight Tom
on.
But
White House, UFC White House card.
UFC White House. But apparently
Yeah.
Dana's not gonna let
Yeah,
him
no, he doesn't
have
trust
a
him
fight.
anymore.
Doesn't trust him. Fair enough.
Finally coming
Um,
to his senses. I mean, I
Finally.
still think you know how I feel about it, Shavin, but
Yeah,
uh, you know how I feel about his GOAT status,
yeah,
and I'm not going to change my mind there. But yeah, he's definitely unreliable. We
yeah,
can hands on like 100% agree on that.
yeah, for sure. I mean, you started off on a good note. Speaking about the face of the UFC and Topuria, obviously Topuria has been incredible, so dominant.
Yep.
He's been having some incredible finishes. But I think probably the biggest talking point over the last week or so has obviously been Khamzat Chimaev and his dominant performance over Dricus Du Plessis. I mean, I remember Hamzat coming onto like the welterweight scene around COVID, right? Like from that point when he was like lifting Li Jingliang in the air and talking to Dana White,
Yep.
like people were saying that he was going to be champion, but he had so many sort of health issues, visa issues,
Yep.
couldn't make weight. He was supposed to fight Nate Diaz.
Dropped out.
He
Thank
he
God for Nate
almost
Diaz, by the way.
thank God for Nate Diaz. He
So what a
almost
retirement
killed.
fight that would have been.
It would have been, yeah. He almost killed Kevin Holland in the ring. And yeah, and finally, I mean, he got to fight Dricus Du Plessis, and it was one of the most dominant performances I've seen from a challenger, probably ever. Uh, but
Like
before we get into the
you don't see 5 rounds just being completely dominated on the
yeah,
ground by someone like. And it's not like we're saying that Dricus is not a wrestler, right? Dricus
yeah,
is a very good wrestler, but just completely outclassed for 5 rounds like that, we've never seen that before.
yeah, exactly. And my mind, like, it kind of went to sort of Habib McGregor, but even in that, like, McGregor had a round, like McGregor won a
Yeah,
round. He managed, like, he was getting controlled and dominated, but he managed to take a round, managed to probably possibly win a round against Habib.
there was a fair
Because
amount of stand-up time as well in that
yeah,
fight.
yeah, exactly. But this was just insane. Like the
Completely
like
one-sided.
Hamzat, like athleticism. As soon as he connects, there's just no chance. I think like Dricus maybe stuffed like one or two takedowns, but he gets up again, and
I think
it's
he
just really
started stuffing takedowns towards the end of the fight, and then
yeah,
even one of those was because Hamzat made a mistake, and then Dricus reversed the position and got him in
yeah,
some sort of choke, some sort of guillotine, but
yeah,
that got snuffed out immediately. And I'd like to bring up this point where I don't know if you've seen this clip of DC commending Habib on his wrestling, where every single round when two fighters would be separated, Habib would keep on pressing that issue and
yeah,
getting into the position where he would gain a dominant wrestling position.
yeah,
I think you would have to step it up a bit further to commend Hamzat, sorry,
yeah,
commend Hamzat on that fight. Every single round, he stuck one takedown and then he
yeah,
held on to it. He did not have to be
yeah.
separated until Mark Goddard separated them towards the third or fourth round. What was that?
Makes no sense, honestly.
Yeah,
Like I want to talk about that as well. I think that's something the referees sort of standing them up. I think was completely unnecessary in that fight. Because like he was doing damage. He was hitting him. Like maybe in the first round he was just hitting him with like like small like rabbit punches or whatever. But I think
well,
it was in like the
that's
third round.
mostly due to
Yeah,
how Dricus was defending his position in the crucifix,
yeah,
right? Like he was
yeah,
stuck his head.
exactly.
That's like textbook stuff. Fair enough.
Exactly.
Like, I don't see why the UFC needs to resort to this strikers only publicity mentality, whereas
Yeah,
there is world-class wrestling going on right now. These are two world-class wrestlers, one significantly better than the other, and
exactly.
you for some reason decide that viewership is more important than the quality of fights, so you snuff that out. Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of questions that people, oh, they're disconnect. I think I'm back.
Connection
Um,
issues.
a- yeah, I think a lot of the questions the people had with Hamzat were like the fact that he couldn't go 5 rounds, or we wouldn't know how he would do like towards the end of towards after 3 rounds, we wouldn't know how he would do in a championship fight, and he answered all those questions, right?
That's
Like
kind of still up
in
for
my
debate, though,
opinion,
isn't
this
it?
was,
If you dominate the entire
is it
fight
because
and
of the
you're
way?
controlling, like, you
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
really
I
get
guess we
gassed.
haven't. True, true. We haven't seen him face adversity, I think, but that's also due to the fact how good he is, right? Like Dricus couldn't do anything. Like there was nothing Dricus could do. Dricus out wrestled Strickland.
Yep.
He was good on the ground with Strickland. He took Whitaker down. Obviously, they're not the same
Yes.
level as Chimaev, but we I don't think any of us think that Dricus is a bad grappler, right?
No.
He's a world champion, and he's such a awkward fighter to fight anyway. But all of that was just nullified by Chimaev, right?
That brings up the question: how good is Gilbert Burns?
Honestly,
How good is Gilbert
how
Burns?
good is Gilbert Burns? I mean,
I mean, there's really only one person who has like really handled his wrestling. That's even Usman like stopped what 2 takedowns before getting
yeah.
taken down. Gilbert Burns was doing really well that entire fight, man. Ironically, that I mean, not ironically, but funny enough, that was our first episode together. That was Hamzat
Oh,
versus
was it?
Gilbert Burns. Yep.
Oh, you might be right. I think, yeah.
No, no,
I remember. I
it
remember.
definitely was.
Yeah, I remember. I think the thing with Burns is like he's obviously he's a ADCC champion, and you don't want to
He's
go
an
into Gilbert.
ADCC champ.
He's a ADCC
I didn't know
champion.
that.
Yeah, yeah. He's a world champion jiu-jitsu grappler. So and a black belt. So you wouldn't really want to go into his guard. I don't think even Hamza would want to get into like that technical grappling. I think if he gets into dominant position, try to finish him, but more or less he was trying to not get into any like leg lock, any kind of those positions with him, because
Yeah.
all you need is to just get caught and you'd be done.
Well,
And
Gilbert
obviously,
Burns also was a damn good striker. Landed this
yeah,
massive right hand on Hamzat,
yeah,
flooring the guy. There was
yeah,
that one epic moment for him. But yeah,
yeah.
current affairs, Hamzat, the way he handled Dricus, no, we've never seen that before. Shavin, you had the question, which is what's next for him, right?
Yeah, I was gonna. I mean, I think the biggest question is, who do you think? Firstly, before I get to the pound for pound question, is there anyone in this division you think, or who do you think has the best chance to to maybe beat him in the middleweight division?
I honestly haven't seen enough of Nasruddin Imavov.
Yeah,
But then there is something that I was thinking about this for a while. There is something to an underdog. We saw this with Dominic Reyes versus John Jones, where
yeah,
it was this big question mark coming into the fight against the GOAT, in my opinion. And we have seen very good performances from Imavov. How he'll perform against the controlling machine that is Hamzat, I don't know. I can't see Izzy winning that fight. I can't
yeah.
see Robert Whittaker. He already lost the fight. What was that? That can even pose an issue to Hamzat. So honestly, man, I don't have an answer for your question. I hate not having an answer, but I genuinely do not have an answer here.
I think just in terms of what the UFC are trying to do, I think they'll probably give the winner of Imavov and Caio Borralho the probably the title shot. But I would say, I mean, if you're looking at odds, like Hamzat's going to be like a a 1-5 like favorite
Yeah,
going into those fights. Like
minus 500 going into
he's
the
gonna be
fight.
a minus 500, I think, easy. If Hamzat's like a minus 200, just put all your money on that because
I'd
like
bet the house on Khamzat. Yeah.
honestly, who's gonna beat him? Unless like it's like a freak injury, like
No,
it's
COVID's gonna beat him.
COVID's the only thing.
Exactly, it's useless. No, it's not even
Yeah.
like potent. It's still gonna beat him.
He's 0-1 against COVID, but undefeated against the
Yeah.
UFC. Um,
Oh,
but I mean, coming to the pound for pound discussion, right? We've seen a super dominant performance. We've seen obviously the rise of Topuria. There's other champions as well. But my question is, where does Khamzat rank for you in the pound for pound? Let's say the top five, and what would be the rest of your top five along with Khamzat?
I wouldn't put him at number 4. That's where he is right now.
Okay.
I just in terms of title defenses alone, I think the current top 5 have, with the exception of Khamzat, at least 2, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yes, I think
Uh,
so. I think except for Ilia. I mean,
well,
Ilia's got.
I would give Ilia the top spot regardless, man. If you shut people's lights out like that, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. With the exception of Islam Makhachev being at pound for pound number 1, I'd say okay. Anyway, Islam at number 1, Ilia number 2. Who's at number 3 right now?
So Merab's 3.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And then Khamzat's at 4, and I think Dricus got dropped down to 7. Who's at number 5 right now?
So Pantoja 5, which I think is well
Oh,
deserved. Yeah.
yeah. I'm sorry, Khamzat's not above Pantoja. Like
Yeah,
that is
he's
so
not.
disrespectful. The disrespect you're putting on Alishan Pantoja's name by
Yeah.
putting Khamzat, who just won the belt, over Pantoja's 4 title defenses. I'm sorry, come on,
Yeah.
that's ridiculous. In the top 5, Khamzat has to be the lowest in the pound for pound ranking there.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good way to look at it. I would agree with that list. I would put I think I'd put Islam number 1
Yeah,
still
I agree.
because obviously it's not been beaten. Like he's not done anything to show why he should be dropped from that spot. Like any fighter he fights just completely outclasses them.
Yep.
I think it seems like he's gonna fight JDM in November or December this year. So we'll see how it'll be an interesting challenge. I think it'll be a very interesting fight.
Striker versus very well-rounded fighter, like the best well-rounded fighter.
Yeah, true. But I mean JDM clean boxing, like a very, very clean striker, like really nice to watch.
That 3-piece combo against Bilal, like
yeah.
highlight reel stuff, man. Highlight reel stuff.
Crazy. So yeah, I would say I would go Islam 1. I mean it's really tough. I guess
Are you debating between Merab versus Ilia for the number 2 spot?
I mean I would say Merab, Ilia, and Pantoja, right? Like I think Pantoja is probably the most disrespected champion in the UFC. Like he comes in and he just destroys everyone like in his division. It's not even. I mean, he had a close fight with Moreno to win the the title, but since then, like everyone he's fought, he just destroys. Like he beat Kazakura.
And I was really, really surprised by how he handled Kai Kara-France. Kai Kara-France was on a how would you say this upward spiral. Like he had momentum behind him as well, and I had my doubts going into that fight for Pantoja. I really did, and I was proven completely wrong there.
Yeah, 100%. I think, I would probably put Topuria at 2 as well. Just because I have a lot of respect for Charles Oliveira, and I think of the division that he's in, lightweight, and I think the way he just absolutely murked Oliveira in the first round, I think you've probably got to put him at 2, but you can make a good you can interchangeably put Merab there, you can put Pantoja there. And
it's
I would
also
say,
dependent on how you look at it, right? Sorry for interrupting, but how Islam handled Charles versus how Ilia handled Charles, they were both super dominant. I would still put Islam above Ilia because of the fact that he entered Charles's guard and submitted him from the guard. Like that is so disrespectful to the guy who has the most submissions in UFC history. You enter the guard and submit him. That's GOAT stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you can he's not afraid to engage with anyone on the ground, right? Islam, like he'll just follow you, he'll drop you. That's why, like you said, he's such a well-rounded fighter.
Yep.
He's honestly, I think he's doing a lot of things to get out of Khabib's shadow, and I think he shouldn't be in Khabib's shadow because That I think
I
they're
think he's
very
exceeded
different.
it. He's
Yeah,
exceeded it, in my opinion. More title defenses already.
yeah. I think it's just that there's sort of that mythical sort of aura with Habib, isn't it?
You know what
The
it
fact that
is? It's this stupid point, and it's a valid point, that Islam has lost a fight.
yeah,
But he was in his rookie upcoming career, and they still hold it over his head. It's not fair.
yeah, true. I think if you look at like in terms of legacy and greatness in the lightweight division, I think Islam probably, like I said, he's got more title defenses. I mean, you can make a case that he's the best lightweight of all time. So, uh, if he gets the welterweight belt, I think there's a good chance in the all time discussion he overtakes Habib. I mean, even though Islam himself would probably say, Habib's a better fighter than me, which
Yeah, it's
may
just
be true.
humbleness, humility.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I would say you can put Hamzat at 5, just because of how obviously he's so dominant, but he doesn't have the title defenses. Uh, you can make a case for Tom Aspinall, I think, even though he's a
Yep.
heavyweight. He's beaten almost everyone that he can, that you put in front of him in the division, apart from that freak injury against Curtis Blades. I mean, he did come and beat Curtis Blades after that. So would you say you would put
A big
Hamzat
issue
above
for
Aspinall?
me, a big issue for me is how crowded middleweight is versus
Yeah,
how crowded the heavyweight division is. Like you
yeah,
see fewer people of equal caliber, or like let's say world class caliber in heavyweight, as opposed to what you would see in middleweight. So in a division that's highly concentrated, like super
yeah,
concentrated with amazing fighters, and you see Hamza go and do that to the world number one. I
yeah.
think that for me justifies his position over DDP. And I think the lower in the weight classes you go, that only intensifies. Whereas
True.
I think lightweight has to be like the most stacked, not just the division of all time, but like in terms of concentration of good fighters, you have to say that the lightweight slash featherweight division is by far the most stacked in terms of good fighters. So the lower you go, the higher that weighting goes
Yeah,
towards the lighter fighters. The GOAT status, sorry, in the fighters.
true. I agree. And I think even if you look at welterweight, right, it's so stacked. Like Sean Brady, Ian Gary,
One hell of a wrestler,
uh,
man.
yeah, JDM, Islam. I mean, who am I missing? Usman still in the conversation. Like,
Yeah, after that win. Yeah, that was
yeah,
a really nice win for him.
yeah,
The only question is, will his knees hold up, man?
yeah. Really, I mean, yeah, but I mean, he's in the discussion, I think. But yeah, I mean, I agree. I think that would probably be the top 5. Hamzat in 5th is probably fair. But I mean, a couple more wins, couple more dominant wins like that, there's a good chance he.
If Ankalaev wins against Alex Pereira next in UFC 320, would you? No, no chance. More title
Um,
defenses.
I mean, I would probably say so Volk is 6th. He might go to 6th.
Oh, we forgot
Uh,
Volk. Oh
I mean,
shit.
yeah, but Volk. The thing with Volk is he's not the best featherweight in the world, right? He's the featherweight champion, but the best featherweight in the world is Ilia Topuria. So
Okay, but he came off a knockout against Islam. He took the fight on what somewhat short notice.
yeah, I mean,
A full camp work with recovery versus Ilia is a much closer fight than I think people would think.
true, possibly. That's an interesting discussion, I think. But
Why he goes up against strikers like Max and beats him 3 times.
yeah,
I'm sorry,
that's
but like
crazy. True. There's a good chance he'll face like maybe Lerone Murphy or Aljamain
oh
Sterling
yeah.
after Sterling's win yesterday. So I mean, we've got
Oh, but that was
yeah,
also Brian Ortega. Like,
yeah.
come on, can we just
He's
agree
not
that
very
Brian
good.
Ortega is washed? Yeah.
Yeah, he is washed. Barely made weight. Fought at
Yeah. What
153,
was that about?
wasn't
Like
it?
he moved up and missed weight.
Yeah, he moved up to 153 and then he couldn't even make that properly. So he was really ill. So
Mm.
and he got dominated in the fight yesterday. So I think Ortega's done. But
Whereas-
yeah, I mean, fair enough. I think Hamzat in 5th probably between the both of us. I think that would be a fair place for him. But we'll see what happens in the middleweight division. Lots of exciting fights coming up. But we want to do another segment in this episode, sort of an out of topic segment, not really something around the news these days. But so what we're gonna do is we're gonna we're gonna go through each division, the men's divisions. We start from flyweight, and we're gonna compare how we think the current champion would do against the GOAT of the division. And yeah, and then we'll see who if we think the current champions would hold up, or if the goats would win. So we'll start from flyweight.
Yep.
Starting from a strong place for the goats, I think, because we've
DJ.
got Demetrius Johnson, we've got Alejandro Pantoja. Hemaka, who would you pick?
I'm sorry, it's DJ. I know I was singing Alejandro Pantoja's praises like 5 minutes ago, but I can't see anyone dethroning DJ. Like, I know he lost to Henry Cejudo. I know he lost to Adriana Moraes.
Adriana Moraes, yeah.
Adriana Moraes, but then came back to like win that by spectacular fashion with that knee. I don't see anyone preparing better than Demetrius Johnson. I don't see someone more well-rounded than DJ.
Yeah.
As good as Pantoja is, I'm picking DJ for this one.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, firstly, prime DJ versus prime Pants, I think that would be an all-time fight that I would like to watch, just to see like what it would be like. But I mean, DJ's fight IQ and just the way, like you said, the way he prepares, and probably the most well-rounded fighter of all time. I mean, this
also
guy
just technique-wise, right? At flyweight, which is the fastest division.
Crazy. I mean, and this guy like DJ's competing now in like in gi BJJ, right? Like he's winning tournaments in jiu-jitsu in the gi
against heavyweights, against like massive 200-pound people.
Exactly. And if you just listen to the way DJ breaks down fights, like he's just a wizard. Yeah, it's crazy. He's such a good fighter, so underrated. I mean, I wish like Dana had really like pushed that division and made him more. Yeah, he would have been a superstar.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he was swapped for Ben Askren, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe he was swapped for Ben Askren. They traded him to one championship at the time. Bizarre.
Also, as a side note, what happened to Ben Askren recently is kind of crazy.
Oh my God, yeah, it's crazy, but good to see him recovering.
Yeah.
Looks like he's recovering, so we'll see.
But either way, we both picked DJ to beat Pantoja. Is that it?
Yeah, 100%.
Where we need to put some more context on DJ. He's arguably the greatest of all time. He's in that discussion.
Yeah, for sure.
So
yeah, I think there's a lot of people who view DJ as the GOAT. He's definitely in the top 5.
I'm pretty sure DC looks at him as the GOAT because of his history with John and then the whole steroid allegations. Who DJ has been clean his entire life.
Yeah.
And he's fought in multiple in God damn it, was it?
In one. Yeah,
organizations.
Yeah. And I think when he fought Adrian Moraes, he fought upper weight class as well. So
was it bantamweight?
I think he fought at 135, possibly. Yeah.
Oh.
So that's bantamweight. Yeah. But yeah, so that I think that's probably put DJ for flyweight. Bantamweight's an interesting one. So obviously
we have Merab versus Merab.
Merab versus Merab.
Yeah, what do you do?
The question is, are you going to say Merab versus Dominic Cruz or Merab versus prime TJ Dillashaw?
Dominic Cruz. I think Dominic Cruz.
Yeah.
I mean, prime TJ Dillashaw was fucking good. I'm sorry for the language, but it was really good, man.
Yeah, I mean, prime. I think prime Dominic Cruz is probably the consensus sort of how people will look.
He's more well-rounded. He was more well-rounded than TJ Dillashaw for sure.
Yeah.
As for how the fight goes, what do I say besides Merab takes him down and holds him down? Like, what do I say? That's another thing with this like current fighters. Like they're so A, they're well-rounded, but B, they have this one niche specific skill that puts them way above the fight skill sets of other fighters, and that allows them to use that one niche and exploit it against their competition. And you see that in the current weight classes. You see that you saw that with JDM in his striking. You saw that with Khamzat. You see that with even damn it, who was it? Who was in welterweight? No, it
Sean
was
Brady.
JDM. Yeah, my bad.
Oh,
Sean Brady,
JDM.
but I didn't really go for a title shot. But anyway, waffling here. But yeah,
But
you see fighters with niche skill sets perform
yeah,
like outperform their competition.
yeah, 100%. I think definitely I agree. I think Merab just takes him down. He's just a machine, right? He's got insane cardio. I don't really
Cardio
understand
for
how
days.
Merab's cardio works. I don't think anyone really understands it. He's probably got the best
Should we
cardio.
bring up the point where 4 of the current UFC champions are with 5 with Ank, right? Or maybe it's 4, are from one small region of the world. What is that? What is that about? They're all from the
So
mountains of Caucasus. There's Georgia, there's
yeah.
Dagestan, and I think with I think Armenia as well. Well, Arman is not champion, but it's championship
So you got.
material.
I mean, I guess you could say Islam, Merab. I mean, Islam's not champion anymore because he
Ilya.
gave up the belt.
Oh,
Ilia.
come on. Let's be honest. That is
Yeah.
championship material right there.
Yeah.
Ilia, Merab. Then you have Khamzat.
Khamzat. Yeah.
So
And Anklive. Yeah.
so what is up with the mountains of Caucasus, man?
Just crazy.
What do they
Just
have in
built
the air?
different.
Just built
Just
different.
built different.
But there has to be something there. There must be something to that. Like those are overwhelming statistics. Either
Yeah.
it's the level of competition, either it's the environment, which is kind of crazy, by the way, to suggest that environment shapes champions.
Yeah.
Like a climate environment, I mean.
Yeah, and I think it's probably the training intensity as well. I think just like if you've just heard the stories of Merab train, like apparently he does like a full 2 day sessions, and then at the end of the session, he like rests by running 10 miles or something. So that's just like just
That's
built
his rest.
different. Yeah, he
Rest
just
is running
apparently
10
like
miles.
he just finishes the session and then just like if he's like his house is like 10 miles away, just runs home. So he just it's just a machine. Someone needs to test like Merab's like VO2 max and his heart
Have
rate,
they
how
not?
it.
Don't they
I
do that
don't
in the
know.
UFC PI?
I'm sure they do, but he's has to be like off the chart. It's probably like I don't know, like Ironman level or like ultra marathon
Has to
running
be at
level.
least. Like someone does anyone would gas at that pace for 5 rounds.
It's just crazy. Like you could see when he fought O'Malley, like
Umar.
O'Malley was just
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I thought you were gonna say Omar. Oh, Umar.
No, Umar as well. Oh my God, he gassed Umar out, which is crazy. And
He
yeah,
does. He gassed the Dagestani out. Who
yeah.
does that?
Who
Who
does
does
that?
that, man?
Crazy. I agree. So I would say Merab. It's Merab versus Merab, and Merab would beat Dominic Cruz as well.
You wouldn't put
I think
Aljo in the conversation? He's not good, but Aljo was really good, man. Aljo was
uh,
really good.
Aljo was, and I don't know because obviously they train together how the training sessions
Yeah,
go,
they're
but
best friends or something.
yeah, just looking at the way Merab fights, I think Merab beats Aljo. Like,
Fair enough.
yeah, I just don't to beat Merab, you just need to knock him out. I think you just need to like
He has
probably just need
lost,
to.
right? How did he lose? Did he lose in decisions? I feel like he lost
He
in decisions.
lost. He lost to Marlon Moraes, right? Where Marlon Moraes,
Has
I
to be
believe.
decision. I don't think he ever got knocked out.
I think didn't Moraes knock him out? I'm sure he did. Um, let's see. I'm sure I
I
watched
don't
this
remember
fight.
that.
Oh no, Merab beat him. Yeah, sorry, he was in trouble against Marlon Moraes, but then Merab beat him. Yeah.
So he's lost. Oh, he's been submitted, and
It's
he's
been
lost by
sub
decision.
right.
Damn.
That's probably
Merab
early
got
career
subbed.
Merab though.
Yeah, very early
Yeah,
career Merab.
yeah. But yeah, I think Merab
That's
probably.
the thing. That's the other thing about these guys, where the evolution between their early careers and current fight game has been on an exponential trajectory.
Yeah,
Let's take for example Ilia. Ilia, if I remember correctly, came in 2015 to the UFC. He came in 2015 to the UFC.
yeah,
From some organization called Brave. If I remember again, like I don't remember the details and I don't know the
yeah.
organization. But he came off of 7 wins by submission. Seven wins by submission. For
He was a
reference,
wrestler,
Ilia,
right?
yeah, he's a wrestler by trade. He's a wrestler and
Yeah,
grappler by trade. And for reference,
yeah.
he has more wins by submission than he does knockouts, which is crazy for someone who just got to know Ilia and see what a devastating machine he is when it comes to punching. But for reference, this dude comes to the UFC with like insane grappling and insane wrestling and coming off of 7 wins by submission, and then just flatlines people in the UFC, man. And then builds the name that he has. But the evolution between switching to something that either they're more comfortable at or what suits that organization more. I don't know what it is about striking, about Ilia, what makes him so good at striking. I get that he trains striking and boxing like Canelo would, but so does everyone else, I assume. Like, this is the UFC. This is prime fighting competition. This is where you would find the best fighters in the world. And I'm going to assume that they train like the other best fighters would. But what is it about the evolution of fighters when in their pre-UFC era versus their modern UFC era that makes them stand out that well? They almost completely shift their game.
Yeah, 100%. I think with Ilia, like even when you listen to like when he speaks to Joe Rogan about how he sort of has engineered his career, like training with him and his brother, like they've really sort of planned out how to be an exciting fighter, and really worked around like what he says that he's the next evolution of fighter, right? Like you said, so he's really sort of planned out his career, and he doesn't want to be a grappler because he wants to sort of excite and and build up a name. I think he's following in McGregor's path, and also
changing your game to delight fans is such a badass move. I mean,
it is.
You drop what you're good at, and you get good at something that fans like just to be the face. I mean, the confidence you need to have in yourself, it's
crazy. And I mean, he's got crazy power, right? You can't really teach that. So he's gifted with that power. Like the way he, whatever you might say that he fought like Volk after a after a KO, and he fought Max and Max is declined, and Oliveira is probably maybe past his prime, whatever. When he hits people, they just die, right? Like you've never seen anyone like when I saw him KO Max, like that was one of the most shocking things I've seen in like over 12 years as a UFC fan. I've never thought I'll see Max Holloway get KO'd that way. It was just insane.
Can I be honest? Okay.
Yeah.
Something about that doesn't sit right with me because Max is first of all, he's 5'11". Tall dude, very tall dude. And guy fights in featherweight, and his weight cuts he looks like death. He looks like death in his weight cuts. And I'm pretty sure his brain is he has to be dehydrated, and his brain could be shut off with really powerful punches. And he just came down from lightweight. He had a fight with Gaethje and then drained down for the fight, which was not a good decision. I think Ilia himself admitted that. So something about that knockout just doesn't sit right with me. I would like to see that fight at lightweight. I would like to see Ilia fight Max at lightweight and see how that goes. If he knocks him out again, fair play. I fold. Ilia, you are the GOAT.
I mean, I get it. I agree. I think we might get to see that fight. Given that Max obviously he's the BMF champion now, so we'll see. Maybe we'll get to see the fight. It is possible. But yeah. So we'll go on the divisions again. So we've done bantamweight, featherweight. I think
we do featherweight.
We didn't do featherweight, so I would probably say
Alex versus again.
Aldo.
Oh, Aldo.
Aldo.
Yeah, goddamn.
Who do you pick?
Prime Aldo, Prime Aldo.
Prime Aldo, Prime Volk. Yeah, I would probably say Prime Volk. Yeah.
Not obviously. That's mad disrespectful.
I mean, it's I'm just saying. I know Aldo is an all-time great champion, but I think Prime Volk. I wasn't a Volk fan. Like I was always a Max fan, so it was really sad to see him beat Max over and over again. But Prime Volk was just like DJ, was so well-rounded. Like I don't really understand how, apart from what Ilia did and what obviously Islam doing Islam things, beating Prime Volk, I think, is just near impossible because Brian Ortega needed to.
Yeah. What was up with that? Like, how he got into a position where he was almost submitted, and then Brian Ortega is a killer at that in those positions. Still didn't submit him.
Yeah. Prime
But
Walk was a good.
something about Prime Aldo, who didn't lose for 8 years.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
I
Didn't
mean,
lose for 8 years until Max came
there,
along.
yeah.
Uh,
There's a thing
so
about guys who haven't lost in a long time, who have that momentum behind them. There is something about that which allows them to push a little bit harder. Like Jones against Gustafsson. Jones had never lost
true.
before and he was losing the entire fight, but then he said it himself where he found that extra 10% to push into that fifth
Yeah.
round and get him the win. There is something in the mentality of fighters that doesn't allow them to lose if they've never lost before. So there's 100% something to that.
True.
So yeah,
I
maybe
mean,
Aldo
yeah,
can tap into that. I don't know.
could be. I mean, we did see that fight obviously towards the end of Aldo's career.
Yeah,
Aldo wasn't the same.
prime. Yeah.
I mean, it's not prime, obviously, but I think it'll be a very close fight. I think
Aldo also lost to Merab, so I mean, like
true,
we can't discount that. I don't know what that
true,
has to do with it, but I just brought it up.
true. So who would you pick? Would you say Prime Volk, Prime
Well,
Aldo?
Prime Wolf,
What's your pick?
Prime Wolf,
Prime
Prime
Volk.
Wolf.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
prime Australian beef.
True. Okay, so we'll go to lightweight. Current lightweight champion. Um, so we've got, I
Ooh,
would say, Habib versus
oof.
Ilia.
We
I
got a
think
lot,
easy.
man.
Habib
We
versus
got
Ilia is,
there's Islam,
you could say Islam. I would, yeah,
there's
probably
BJ Penn,
Japan, yeah.
there's Frankie Edgar. Maybe not Frankie Edgar. Would you throw him in there?
Maybe you can, yeah, maybe you can put Frank in there, but I would probably say, yeah, it's probably
And the
Habib.
greatest of all time, lightweight Connor. The greatest of all
Yeah,
time. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
all of them kill Connor. Um, but I would probably say Habib versus Ilia.
Hmm.
Would you, or would you say, would we have a different discussion?
I would, yeah. No, let's talk about the
Okay.
variations. Habib versus Ilia. Mythical fighter status, huh? Has he ever taken huge shots before, Habib?
I mean, he took clean shots from Gaethje. He took clean
Okay, he
shots from
did to
Connor.
get you. But I mean, there's a difference between how Ilia hits and how Gaethje hits. As the biggest Justin Gaethje
Yeah,
fan, I have to admit that Ilia hits harder than Justin Gaethje. I'm sorry, there's no way. There's no way he hits he doesn't hit harder than Gaethje. But Khabib has never been knocked down, has he?
never been knocked down, never been cut,
But
never
then
been dropped.
Max had never been knocked down before either, had he?
Just once by Gaethje, yeah, in the
Man,
UFC 300.
that's a really hard matchup. That's an extremely hard matchup because there's no doubt that Khabib would have planned for a very, very
Yeah,
good striker. And then Ilya also is a master planner, like one of the best fight IQ planners of all time. He brings a statistician in before his
yeah,
fights. Like, how ridiculous is that?
exactly. I mean,
Ah,
it's the same as you said. Like it's just the modern UFC fighter is doing everything he can to maximize the win. But what would be your pick if you had to bet? Who do you want to be on?
if my life depended on it,
Yeah,
I would. I'd put my money on Khabib. As much as
same.
I
I
like
think
Ilya and as much as I like striking, if I had to bet my life on it, I would put it on Khabib to not lose.
yeah, same. I think for me, I mean, if you probably know this is probably my favorite fight of all time. I think he's the best fight I've ever seen. So I would say Habib. I think Habib
Okay,
beats Ilya.
what did you think of his fight with Gleison Tibau?
The fight with Gleison Tibau, I think it was a close fight. Also, Gleison Tibau is like a massive human being. He's definitely
Well,
not a lightweight. He's like a middleweight in a lightweight's body on all the
fair enough.
steroids in the world.
Fair enough. Fair
Uh,
enough.
but it was a close fight. I think Tibau was the only person who probably like neutralized the wrestling. Uh, and he managed to like not take too much damage. It was a close fight. I don't think it was a robbery or anything like that. It was just a close
Mm,
decision. That was probably like the low light of Habib's career, or like his worst performance maybe.
yeah.
But like apart from that, I just think I've never seen, apart from maybe Hamzat, what Hamzat's doing now. I haven't seen anyone like completely
Be that
dominate.
dominant.
Yeah, be
Yeah.
that dominant against someone. So I would say Habib
Habib's a fair
beats.
choice.
Yeah, Habib beats
I
Ilia.
wonder,
I
I wonder
think.
how like the comments would disagree with that. It's like this is glazing Ilia.
Yeah, probably. There's probably going to be a lot of Ilia glazing. We'll see. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of. If there's newer fans listening to this, I don't think a lot of them would have seen Habib fight. So maybe I don't know. Maybe people will pick Ilia. Um, but but I mean, obviously, you can have the discussion with Islam as well. But uh,
We'll see that
Islam,
fight. We will see
yeah,
that fight soon
we
enough.
will see the fight. Yeah, I don't think we'll have to debate.
Do
I'm
you
so
would
sure
you
we're
think it would be for the welterweight belt or for the what is it, the
lightweight.
BMF belt,
I don't know if
or
they'll
even
let
the lightweight? I don't think Islam's gonna come back down.
I don't know if they'll let Ilia go up like straight away because I think they'll want to do him and Paddy because that's gonna be a big fight.
That's true.
But I just
But in
can't see
Spain,
the
right?
UFC for whatever belt, even if they do it at like whatever weight class they do it, I can't see them letting like wasting that Ilia Islam fight. It's just
It's too
it's a
good. It's a
it's too good.
generational fight. You
Yeah,
don't get these fights unless you have fighters that have been in the circuit for like 10 years, building up that resume, building up that stack, knocking out legends.
yeah,
You don't get these fights that often, man. If they don't make the fight, it's another John Jones Aspinall fiasco.
100%. I'm so sure we're gonna see that fight like at some point, maybe next year or 2027. They're gonna do it like.
Or imagine it pans out the way the UFC fumbled Tony Ferguson versus Khabib.
Hopefully not. Hopefully that's not the
I
first that
hope
happens
not.
also.
Yeah, same. But
Yeah,
I
hopefully not.
wouldn't put it past the UFC to fumble a generational fight.
Yeah, I mean, true, but I think they've done a lot to like make the fights that fans want because I think they really tried for the Jones Aspinall one, but obviously that didn't
Jones.
work out. So yeah,
No, you can blame
um,
Jones. Like it was
yeah,
100% his fault.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think we'll go to welterweight because I think this is the most interesting discussion. Um,
Oof. Yeah.
uh,
GSP,
we've
right?
got GSP versus
JDM.
JDM. Yeah, easy.
GSP. Oh
Easy.
man.
Would you say GSP easy or
Yeah, but I'm thinking
JDM?
about which GSP. I'm trying to think about which GSP.
Obviously prime, right?
Yeah,
Prime
but
GSP.
the one against Matsura where he won the rematch, or the one before he moved, before he left. Who did he fight in that? Was it
Johnny Hendricks.
Johnny Hendricks?
Yeah, I mean Hendricks is probably maybe towards the end of GSP's prime, maybe. But I think when he came back and beat Sarah and like absolutely like just dominated him, that was probably prime. Prime
So
GSP was
GSP has the wrestling.
yeah,
He has the fight IQ as well. Would
yeah.
you give him? You would give JDM the striking? 'Cause I guess you have to give him something, but
I would
would you
probably
give
give
him?
JDM the striking because JDM is a real like his boxing is so clean. It's honestly really beautiful to watch. So I would probably say JDM as a striker, but
That's
GSP
fair.
probably the smartest fighter of all time. So
Yeah.
I think he would have found a way to win. He would have taken JDM down and just like niche the body and just like
Yeah.
I think he
Yeah.
would
A
have
testament to his fight IQ is when he came back against Bisping after what,
yeah
4 years or something like that.
yeah
So he knew he didn't have. He had some ring rust, so he knew he
yeah
didn't have the momentum behind him.
yeah
But he changed his game plan to beat the current middleweight champion. Oh, well, not the current,
yeah
but at the time.
yeah
So no doubt GSP would adjust, like you said, to the striking, and wouldn't put it past him with his fight IQ. So GSP takes that win. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so we'll move to middleweight. I think actually not middle. I think this would be the most interesting one. So we've got Hamzat versus Anderson Silva.
Yep.
Who would you who do you pick?
See, now Anderson is maybe the greatest striker of all time,
Yeah,
but we've seen what Hamza does to strikers.
yeah,
So the question is, regardless of how good your striking is that all just snuffed out by grappling and wrestling? It's like it doesn't matter how hot a flame burns, enough water will subdue it, will snuff it out eventually.
yeah,
And I think Khamzat's best bet is going up against unbelievable strikers. So
you think he just dominates Anderson?
I
You
think he just dominates him. I hate to say it, but I think he dominates Anderson Silva. It's not like Silva couldn't grapple either. He was very, very good. He
Yeah.
had amazing jiu-jitsu. Submitted the goat Chael Sonnen.
See, according to Chael, he only lost a round, not the fight. That's
Uncle
what he told
Chael.
me.
What was that?
So
Anyway,
when I clapped, I thought I just lost a round, not the fight. What a
I
legend.
can't believe you haven't pulled up Chael Sonnen for
Chael.
one of these. Chael versus Khamzat.
Chael was, oh my God. I
Anyway,
wouldn't do that to Chael.
yeah, me neither.
Um,
But
but
yeah, Khamzat takes him down. Khamzat holds him down. The longer the fight goes, again, we had this conversation before with DDP. We said the exact same thing. We said Khamzat's going
yeah,
to win the first few rounds, and then towards the end of the fight, he's going to gas and then
yeah,
lose. But we didn't see that because he was just that dominant. And I think that DDP would perform better than Anderson Silva against such pressure. And I think he is the best prepared in the middleweight division to have. Well, I don't want to say
yeah.
to have ever existed, but to survive that kind of pressure again from someone like Khamzat, I think DDP was the best equipped to deal with that, and he still flopped.
True.
So,
I mean, it's really tough. I have a lot of respect for Anderson. Like, it's honestly, I haven't really thought about this one. I just going through the divisions, and when I came to middleweight, I was like, oh, Anderson versus Hamza, really intriguing one. I think I could give it more thought. Maybe I'll go with Anderson, but if I had to really bet money, I'd probably pick Hamza. Like right now, I just think if he connects to Anderson, he's just a massive human being as well, Hamza. So
he's lightweight material for sure. Light heavyweight
light
material.
heavyweight, yeah, for sure.
What does he stand?
So,
Like 6'2", is it? 6'2", 6'3"?
I think he's like 6'2". Yeah, because he was bigger than DDP, and DDP is a big human being as well. So
Yeah,
he,
Dricus
yeah,
is just massive. He's 6'1",
yeah,
but like
yeah,
built like a Mack truck. You know what I mean?
yeah. And Hamza manhandled him. So
Yeah, exactly.
just crazy. And I don't think
Yeah,
Hamza like goes to the gym. I don't think he does like traditional weightlifting. I just think he just wrestles, I think, and he's just wrestling strong. I feel like.
yeah, like
Just,
very, very good targeted wrestling strength.
yeah, 100%. But yeah, I agree. I think we've been consensus on all of these. So we've been up to middleweight. We've been
But
agreeing. So
see, now the issue is maybe Hamza deserves that pound for pound position. Which is if we can't put the GOAT of the middleweight division against
yeah,
Hamza and then give him the advantage, like who are we to criticize Hamza in his P4 and in his number 4 position at pound for pound, right?
fair point. I think the argument you made was like sort of the body of work, right? Like the title defenses, which I think is a fair argument when you're saying when you're discussing pound for pound. So I think if he gets a few more dominant wins, if he just kills Nasruddin Imavov or Kaya Barayo or Anthony Hernandez or whoever, a couple more wins, I think we'll be putting him at number one. I wouldn't really have any sort of qualms with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yeah. So we'll go to light heavyweight. Your favorite fight of all time, the greatest light heavyweight.
Oh, it's not my favorite. Justin Gaethje. All hail Justin Gaethje. But the GOAT, yes. The GOAT.
I guess. The GOAT in some people's eyes.
Ank versus John Jones. I mean, come on, dude.
Come on.
I mean, come on, man. What are we talking? What are we doing here? Let's just go straight to heavyweight.
I mean, I'm kidding.
I'm kidding.
I'm not even a Jones fan, but I think he kills Ankalaev.
I think he molests Ankalaev in the octagon, dude. I think John has better wrestling. I think John has better grappling. I think John has better striking. Sorry. It's true. It's true. You can't dispute that. Like, what are you gonna tell me that he's Ankalaev has one niche aspect that's better than John Jones?
No, I think I don't. I'm not even. I don't know. Ankalaev. I just such an uninteresting champion. I'm sorry, but and I think Jones just kills him. It just I don't know how Ankalaev beats him. I don't think he can. I think prime John Jones just.
We're talking him. Like Gustafsson to John Jones, or like DC Jones.
Yeah, DC Jones or like Lyoto Machida Jones, like when
Oh
he like
yeah,
almost killed Lyoto Machida in the ring. So that
that was
kind
a
of
crazy,
Jones.
scary
Yeah,
knock, not scary submission.
submission. Yeah.
Guillotine.
But I think that was like it's very much like what you said, right? Like when you have a fighter who just hasn't lost or doesn't know how to lose, they always just find that extra sort of gear. Because he said like what he said was like, "Oh, Machida was outstriking me. Like I didn't know I've never faced anything like this." And then he was like, "No, I'm not going to lose today." And he just like took Machida's neck and choked him out. So yeah, I think
He
he
adjusted really well for it because he
yeah
set the. I think he feinted the takedown
yeah
and then connected with a left hook. Was it? He connected with a left hook that got Machida to slip on him, kind of like kind of
yeah
like a knockdown, but he collapsed on him.
yeah
Jones backed him into the corner, into the wall, got him in the guillotine.
crazy
And
standing it.
you people really should watch fight breakdowns
Yeah,
of John Jones. Like this is, I know I get the steroid allegations, but fight IQ is not something that steroids can boost.
true.
Some of the adjustments he made for the Stipe fight,
Yeah,
to in the round that he knocked him out, which was he followed Stipe whilst he was backing up in the same tempo. So he read the tempo of Stipe's movements going back and adjusted for the angle to hit him with the spinning back kick. I mean, what?
yeah,
Stuff like that is what makes Jones the GOAT, in my opinion. Yes, there's steroid allegations floating over his head, but reading fighters as well as he does is something that no other fighter is doing right now or has ever done before, with possibly the exception of Demetrius Johnson.
fair. I mean, yeah, I mean even the head kick to DC, like even DC talks about it, right? Just saying like the
He's
way,
trained specifically for
yeah,
that, to block that, and he still got
yeah,
hit with it.
crazy. Shame we'll never get to see the Aspinall fight, but
White House.
can't help it.
I'm holding out for the White House
Fully
fight,
off at the
man.
White House.
Yeah.
But yeah, speak of Aspinall, moving to the heavyweight division, we've got.
Hmm.
I mean, Stipe. Would you say Stipe is the goat or
I
Fedor
would have gone
or
Cain Velasquez,
Cain Velasquez? Okay.
but Stipe is a
So
good shout as well, man.
yeah,
We'll do both. We'll do
Stipe.
both.
Yeah. So we've got Aspinall against Aspinall's favorite fight, I think, of all time is Cain Velasquez. So
Seriously.
yeah, I think he's a massive
Oh wow.
Cain Velasquez fan. Yeah, he loves Cain. So
Who's a better striker, Kane or Tom? I would go Kane, to be honest. Like Prime Kane was
uh
a damn good striker.
Prime Cain. The thing with Tom is we don't know like because no one
Not
takes Tom past the first round. So we don't really know like how Tom looks in a fight. It's like you can't really go more than 2 minutes with Tom and you just get flatlined. So you just like it's sort of it's a hard discussion to have because we don't really know what Tom's full skills are. But I mean, I think Tom has a good chance to be the greatest heavyweight of all time. Like I just don't see anyone in the division, like given how shallow it is now as well. Who's gonna
yeah,
beat
yeah.
him?
It's super diluted. Yeah, that's true.
And the way same
More.
way,
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
no, I mean just the same way like that Ilia is like the new generation of like lightweight. I think Tom's the new generation of heavyweight. Just moves like a middleweight, hits like a truck. I mean, he would be my
Moves
pick
like a
though. What
heavyweight,
about you?
hits like a truck is the new Muhammad
Yeah.
Ali quote.
Yeah.
Can we throw in Fedor just
You
for
can throw
lulz?
in Fedor. Yeah.
What do you think? I mean, we could say Sergey Pavlovich is like it's like Fedor 2.0. Can we say that? Is it fair to say that?
You could. I think the thing with Fedor is like he fought in a different era where like he was very well rounded, but I think now everyone's well rounded.
True, very true.
So
Yeah, Tom's a BJJ black belt as well, so
yeah.
there's that. I think
So
Tom was a jiu-jitsu fighter before he was like a really good striker.
yeah, he's a
So
he's a
there's that.
BJJ black belt and his dad's a BJJ instructor as well. They've got like a really good
Yeah.
gym in Manchester.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the other thing, right? Like fighters with this wrestling and grappling background transitioning to striking seem to
Yeah.
outperform the vice
True.
versa.
True.
Strikers who go into
That's
grappling and wrestling.
That's an interesting discussion, actually. Maybe that should be another podcast episode where we look at like
Hmm.
grapplers who became strikers. But
I'd be down to do
I'm
that, yeah.
yeah, I'm a huge Aspinall fan. I think I would say, I mean, we haven't seen a full extent of Aspinall's skills, but I think I would pick him against most past heavyweights. What would be your?
That's a very fair assumption. Although, what about John Jones in heavyweight? Let's talk. We want to talk about that. Do we even put him in the GOAT category of heavyweight? We don't.
Will
I wouldn't either.
will not go down the full discussion breaking down that fight because it's not gonna happen. But my
Yeah.
pick, I would have picked Aspinall. I think very slightly, I would have picked Aspinall to win. I don't know what would have your pick been?
I would have picked Jones to win by decision.
Fair.
By
More
decision,
than
but
fair.
not by submission,
Okay.
not by knockout or anything like that. By decision.
Fair. I mean,
And we've
picking
seen
Jones,
most of Jones's fights go to decisions.
yeah,
Like it's not like this crazy finisher or anything like that. Like a lot of his fights go to decisions, but the way it goes there against crazy adversity, against the fact that he hadn't trained for some of these fights, gives him a big advantage in my eyes.
true. I mean, anyone picking John Jones in any fight, I think is a
Safe
fair
bet.
pick, safe bet. But would you say Aspinall Kane or who'd you pick?
Let's go Aspinall. Yeah, I'd have to go Aspinall. Like that speed, that power, it's hard to. And then he's gone up against like taller strikers, better wrestlers, still outperforms them. Yeah, but that Curtis Blades fight was kind of weird. I'm not even talking about the one where he like messed up his leg and his knee and was a stoppage. Wasn't stoppage? It was a no decision.
It was just
decision.
it was a injury stoppage technically, like a TKO because he obviously he couldn't continue. So
but that fight with Curtis Blades, the second fight, wasn't going so well for Tom.
But he knocked him out, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't going so well. Like he came back and knocked him, but it wasn't going so well. If I remember watching the first few minutes,
it was only a couple of minutes.
Am I waffling? I'll look it up later. Maybe I need to be fact checked there, but I don't remember that fight going so well for Tom.
I mean, I guess we might see another rematch. We might see a third Blades fight, given how shallow the division is. So maybe we'll find out soon enough. But yeah, I think that's it from us today for this episode. We will hopefully look to do more MMA content coming up soon. There's a lot of good fights coming up. We've got the Pereira and Kalaev fight coming up. We've got Sandhagen and Merab, which I'm very
huge fight,
very interested in. I think we should do a preview for that.
Man, even Yuri versus Roundtree.
Yes,
100%. Huge fight. Oh. Really good strikers. My God.
Yeah.
And Yuri has never lost to anyone except Alex. There's that.
True. He just can't. He shouldn't fight Alex again. Come on.
He's that insurmountable mountain.
No more of that. But yeah, maybe we'll do a preview or an episode around that. If you're free as well. But yeah, I think that's it from us today. Thanks a lot for coming on, Hemaka. Always enjoy
my pleasure.
MMA content.
Let's get a new most viewed episode.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get this to the most viewed episode.
Yes. Get to 400 views, guys.
Yeah, 100%.